NBA totals for Tuesday, February 7th. This is a segment where we look at NBA totals. Small slate of games today. We're not going to be able to do the live video because I am going to be traveling. So we're going to go ahead and break down just a couple games here on a video segment. And don't forget to check out our NCAA segment out there as well, covering the same content, same topic here in basketball totals. So having an okay season on the NBA so far. So hopefully we can pick up a couple more today. NCAA hoops has been going particularly well. So you definitely want to check that out. SBRpicks.com. Sportsbook review, sign up bonuses. You always want to check that out. Blacklist, things like that. And let's go ahead. Let's look at some totals. We only have just a couple games, so it's going to be a pretty short segment. We got just 2 games on the card. Orlando and Houston. We're going to start out with. I actually have a side play on this on the Rockets. I think they're going to dominate this game. This is a little bit of a numbers play here. So we got Houston right now and Orlando. Odds makers have it at 223, and I'm going over. This sets up to be an absolute track meet. Now, this is a really big total set by odds makers. And if we look at Orlando and Houston, 2 different conferences here with Orlando being in the East. So they don't match up a lot. But historically, we look over the last 10 seasons here, we've never seen a total this high except for the last game they played, which was 224 set by odds makers, in which they ended up 193. We're going to take a look at that game. So odds makers had it at 224. Now the game, it was at 222. It went to 223 as I make this segment right now. And this is what I find amazing. It was 193 points. Odds makers, they did not blink. They did not set it at 215. They didn't mess around with it. They went right back to a high number because that last game they matched up was a little bit of an anomaly. They should be able to score a lot better tonight. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at this. The tempo was fantastic. Exactly what we want to see. Houston shot 45% from the floor. Orlando just 41%. Houston shot just over 30% from distance. Orlando shot 34.8%. Not fantastic numbers at all. They hardly got to the line. They got to the line just 25 times. That's not a lot. As well, the shooting percentage overall, not that great. Now, Houston is at home. I think they're going to put up 120 tonight, and I think Orlando's good enough to score 100. So that's why I like over this 223. The tempo, though, is what I really like in this one. Orlando got up 91 attempts in that game. Houston got up 86. So look for these guys to really push some pace tonight. Kind of a sloppy game last one. They had quite a bit of turnovers, and I just don't see that happening again tonight. I think they're going to really get up and down. It's going to be a really fast-paced game, and I believe they're going to be able to score tonight. So look for Houston and Orlando, especially with Houston coming off the second leg of a back-to-back. I think they're just going to go ahead and with both games. I'm sorry, no, that's not correct. They're not coming off a back-to-back with both teams coming off a rest. Sorry, I was thinking about another game as we continue this segment. But no, they're both coming off a rest, and they're both going to be able to put up some points tonight. This is a great spot for them to really do that. So I'm going to back over this 223 with Orlando and Houston. Sorry about that. I'm treating this like a live segment where I'm going to make some mistakes sometimes, and we're just going to keep the flow here. I'm not going to go ahead and re-record this. But yeah, they're both off a rest. Of course, we just had the Super Bowl, and there was a huge slate of games yesterday. All right, let's go to our last one here because there's only 3 games on the card today. Portland and Dallas. Odds makers had it at 207. It dropped to 204.5, and I'm going to back under the total. Again, a little bit of a numbers play here. We look at Dallas and Portland. Their last few matchups, odds makers have had some decently high totals. 214, 214, 208, 210, then 205.5, in which they went over. But when we look at that game, that last one they just matched up just last week, Mavericks shocking Portland in Portland, well, pulling off the upset. The tempo was about what I expect to see tonight with Dallas getting up 76 attempts. Portland got up 88. That's a lot. I don't think they get up that much tonight. Dallas has been going really slow all the year, but they are picking things up. They're on a little bit of a winning streak as well. But they both shot particularly well from distance. Dallas shot particularly well from distance, but both teams shot decently well overall. Dallas shot 47.4%. Portland, 45.5%. Those are pretty good numbers right there. But Dallas shot 54.8% from distance, knocking down 17 of 31 shots from beyond the arc. I do not see that happening again tonight. That's an incredible number. Portland, they shot just 30% from distance, which is below their average. I just do not see them getting there. So, historically, when they've matched up with these two teams here, their last few games, we had a 108 to 104, the one I just mentioned. Then we had a 96 to 95, a 105 to 95. Then they had a 109 to 103. Then they had a really high scoring affair, a couple games in a row, 3 games in a row. Then they had a low one. it goes back and forth with these guys, but it seems like looking at these last two games they've matched up this season, and they had that 96 to 95 game. Dallas has beat them twice this year. That's pretty surprising. Both games at Portland. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to back under this total here. I just don't see him getting up and down. We had that total at 205.5 last time, and they went over. Odds makers set this next one at 207, then it dropped, and I think there's a reason why. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of make this a little bit of a numbers play where I just can't see them. Well, this isn't really a numbers play per se as far as my definition, because it seems like the number's just about right. I just don't see him shooting as well as they did in that last matchup. So I'm going to go back under this total. That's it. Just two games on the card. Let's go ahead. Let's recap that real quick. Sorry, I kind of bounced around a little bit on that one. Not really a clean video in this segment here, so I apologize for that. But I want to go ahead and make sure we have the plays correctly. We have all the statistics. We got Orlando and Houston over the 223. Dallas and Portland under the 204.5. I can go on for a while here on the statistics here. Dallas is definitely starting to pick things up. I just cannot see Portland going crazy on them in Dallas. And Portland, I don't know. They're so really tough team to gauge sometimes, those Trailblazers. And let's see. But that Orlando-Houston game, I really like for that one to get up and down. That's a numbers play where odds makers are not messing around. So that's it. Those are our two plays on today in the NBA. NCAA segment out there as well. Woo! SBRpicks.com, Sportsbook review, and I wish you luck on your picks today.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.